Good morning, good morning. Back again, about to address yet another comment because like I said, it's very important to me. We got Dance Walker's 50 plus. He says, "My perception from reading your page is that you want to leave everything up to the people of Florida. Have all of us decide important matters. I don't see your stance on the issues and what you would do, which makes me feel you lack conviction in your views by leaving things up to the people of Florida. If it all goes horribly wrong, you can hold your hands up and say it is what the people wanted, thus taking no accountability." Let me give you my vision on that in my response, in my opinion. My opinion or my life experiences are not the sum total of yours or anyone else's. One thing that I don't worry about every day is if I'm going to be able to pay my rent. But there are thousands of people that do. One thing I don't have to worry about right now is if I make enough money to afford to live where I live. But there are thousands of people that do. What is bringing those people to the table? Nothing. Representative democracy is not representing those that that are not in your aisle. I'm not concerned about the same things that you are. So my experiences cannot be and should not be the sum total of everyone's experiences when I don't understand what you're going to. So we needed a pathway so those citizens who do have problems can bring them up to us and they can get to these legislative tables. Right now, the only individuals that are able to unanimously get legislation to those tables are those who can afford it. Those millionaires and billionaires who can afford to lobby our representatives to do things the way they want them to do. I think we can all agree that we want clean drinking water and clean breathing air. I think we can all agree on that. But none of us can bring a bill to the table because we don't have the lobbied support. So how do we get citizens who experience different things to the table? We open or expand democracy to citizens. I am super convicted, but I do not live in the weeds of every problem when I know that the root cause to all of this, and I'm putting it out consistently, that the root cause solution to all of this is that citizens have been left outside of a way to hold its elected officials accountable. Therefore, legislation gets passed that is not in line with a lot of things that citizens have issues with. I even did an entire video where I named out all of these issues that are happening in our state alone. An entire video on the issues. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is when we allow citizens to weigh in, now it means that now, if you have a problem in your county, and you have a board of representatives, let's say your education department, and you have a board of representatives voting on a new piece of or education platform, and the citizens say, we just voted on this last school year. Let's give this an opportunity to work. We don't have to now pay or at least be taxed to pay for some other project to come in because we're not allowing the things that we already have put in place time to nourish, flourish, and work. We don't have to keep changing so fast. And we also allow now, when we have this legislative authority for citizens, we now have a way for citizens to come back and say, hey, we've given this a chance. We see it's not working. It's actually hurting our taxways. We all voted on this together. And you know what? We would like to pull it back. Or we found a piece of the legislation that's actually creating a problem, and we want this piece amended. We want to address this. Right now, citizens do not have the avenue or the pathway to do that. So I wanted to ensure that this is something that citizens have. This is, again, a bipartisan effort, that citizens should have more control over their government than their government has over citizens. It is in no way meant to remove the representation of each in every county in Florida and replace it with citizens, because we do need a structure in place to ensure that the information is filtered and properly documented so we can see, understand, and put things out better for citizens so we can make those informed decisions on how we want to see the state of Florida flourish, and not the few that are currently under law representing us only in their circle. 120 plus the governor. There's a small group of individuals. And again, if you can tell me what is thwarting statute 100.361, the recall statute, that does not let us hold our government officials accountable, our House of Representatives up to our governor, accountable to its citizens, then what are we supposed to do? If you're telling me that you yourself don't believe that citizens should have more authority, because I, being a citizen of the state of Florida, am telling you that I want to be able to weigh in, but I do recognize that I am not the sum total of everyone's experiences. So everyone needs the ability to weigh in, and our representatives need to be beholden and accountable to its citizens. So I hope that I'm at least answering the question and giving you something else to come back to. So when you go to my page and you don't see that I'm focused on insurance, you don't see that I'm focused on health insurance, you don't see that I'm focused on rent, you don't see that I'm focused on the FDA, the EPA, I'm focused on the root cause issue. The root cause issue is citizens are lacking authority in this system, and we need to fix that. Thank you very much.